Long ago, in a forgotten valley where the mountains kissed the clouds, there flowed a river said to be alive. They called it Saracen, the Whispering River. Legends told that anyone who drank from its waters could hear the voices of the gods, but only those pure of heart could survive the truth they revealed. One winter, a young healer named Anara came to the river. Her village was suffering from a mysterious illness, and no herbs or prayers could save them. With trembling hands, she cupped the icy water and drank. At first, she heard only silence. Then whispers rose like wind through the trees. The sickness is not of the body, but of the soul. Find the lost fire. Anara didn't understand, but the river guided her steps. It led her deep into the caves where the fire of origins, a sacred flame stolen by men long ago, still burned. Returning the fire to her village, she not only healed their bodies, but their hearts, reminding them of their forgotten unity. To this day, the villagers say when the wind passes over the river at night, you can still hear the gods whisper, "Seek the lost fire within yourself." In the age when gods still walked among mortals, there was a small temple at the edge of the sacred river Ganga, cared for by a humble priest named Devdutt. He had nothing but his devotion, yet he prayed every day for the people who came to the river with their wishes. One monsoon night, as the rains poured and the thunder roared, a mysterious woman in a blue sari appeared. Her eyes glowed like the deep ocean. "Why do you pray so much for others and never for yourself?" she asked. Devdutt bowed. "If their wishes come true, I am blessed. I need nothing." The woman smiled, touched the water, and a lotus of pure gold rose from the river. "This is the lotus of forgotten wishes," she said. "Every unspoken desire of your heart lies within it. Keep it." But Devdutt refused. "If it is mine, then let the river keep it, for I belong to it, not the other way around." The woman's form shimmered, transforming into Ma Ganga herself. She blessed him. "Those who want nothing shall receive everything. Your soul is free." The next morning, the villagers found their crops lush, the temple glowing with light, and Devdutt at peace, his heart as full as the river itself. Long ago, in the great city of Kashi, there lived a young warrior named Arev, brave but restless. He wished for glory in battles, not understanding the weight of time. One evening, while meditating at the banks of the Ganga, he heard a deep, resonant voice. "Come, warrior, ride with me." Before him appeared a divine golden chariot, driven by an old man with eyes like fire. It was none other than Mahakal, the Lord of Time. Arav climbed aboard, and the chariot flew across centuries in a blink. He saw kings rise and fall, great temples crumble to dust, and even his own name forgotten in the sands of time. Terrified, he asked, "Why show me this? Am I so unimportant?" Mahakal smiled. "You chase glory that dies, but true immortality lies in Dharma, in living rightly, not being remembered." When Arif returned to his time, only a moment had passed, yet his heart was changed forever. He became a protector of his people, fighting not for his name, but for justice. And so in Kashi, they say that sometimes in deep meditation, one can still hear the wheels of Mahakal's chariot rushing across the heavens, reminding mortals that time spares no one. But Dharma lives on. In a quiet forest hermitage lived a young musician named Rohini, who played the veena so beautifully that even the birds would stop to listen. But Rohini was troubled. No matter how much she played, she felt something missing, as if her music had no soul. One night, under the full moon, an ascetic with matted hair and glowing eyes appeared. It was Narada, the celestial sage and master of music. "Why do you play, child?" Narada asked. "To be the best," Rohini replied honestly. Narada shook his head and handed her a silent veena, one that made no sound. "Play this for the divine, not for yourself. Only then will you know true music." For days, Rohini played the silent veena, offering each note in her heart to Saraswati, goddess of wisdom. Slowly, her ego dissolved, and her soul merged with her music. When she returned to her old veena, the sound was no longer just melody. It became prayer. Even the wind seemed to hum with her tunes, and those who heard her felt peace as if touched by divinity itself. And thus, the veena of silence taught her the greatest truth. Music is not for praise, it is for offering. In the forest near Ayodhya, there lived a little monkey named Chira, mischievous yet pure-hearted. Chira loved the morning sun so much that every day he climbed to the highest branch to greet it. One day, after a heavy storm, the sun didn't shine through the clouds. Chira panicked. If the sun doesn't rise, how will the flowers bloom? How will my friends find warmth? So he decided to steal a piece of the sun. He leapt across trees until he reached the ashram of Suryadeva, the sun god. Guarding the gates were two fiery lions. Trembling, Chira still spoke. Please, I need a sunbeam to bring back light to the forest. Surya appeared, amused by the tiny monkey's courage. The sun does not belong to anyone, little one. But why do you need it? Chira bowed. Not for me, for everyone. Without it, the world feels dead. Surya, touched by the monkey's selflessness, plucked a single golden sunbeam and placed it in Chira's hands. Share this light, but remember, true brightness comes from within. When Chira returned, the forest glowed, not just from the sunbeam, but from the hope he carried. And so, in Ayodhya, they say when sunlight filters through leaves after a storm, it is Chira's sunbeam still shining for all.